These parts are taking so long that it's even unable to give Final Fantasy a run for its money on how long those games are. Alright, let's continue with the third recording and part 4.
Looks like I made a mistake. Remember this joke that Wave3436 used in part 1 and part 2?
Because poor literacy is cool.
I was wrong about that joke. It appears that wasn't a Nostalgia Critic joke, but it was really a Linkara joke.
Well, it took you long enough to even figure out that was Linkara and not the Nostalgia Critic. In fact, let's put them next to next. Here is the Nostalgia Critic, and here is Linkara. Are there any similarities between the two at all? No, there is not.
I looked it up, and it appears that Linkara was something from this one thing called Spoonie. I also skipped the Ripper clips because it appears that I thought they were copyrighted when they really weren't as copyrighted as I thought they would be. Oh, and Chief Shadow used two of them. Two of the same one, and Roshutsu and Supersonic 47 tallied it.
Knew it! I knew it! The guy removed him from copyright infringement. Somebody owes me a drink, eh? Who owes me a drink?
Alright, now let's continue the show.
Oh, God. Another fucking fanboy. Oh, God.
Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself! What? Oh, okay, right. Like, I was the only one thinking that.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Alright, just because Sonic is taller, has green eyes, and more quills, doesn't mean that the character looks as sucks. God, you're just like a knothole resident.
The town is also a horribly bad ripoff of Delfino Plaza. Everything is similar, especially the buildings.
Okay, I'm looking at this image right here, and I do not see any resemblance to Delfino Plaza with Soliana. I really don't. So what are you trying to say? That it rips off? Prove it.
Let's take a look at the picture again. Well, I do find some similarities in how the buildings are shaped, especially with the window patterns and the way the roofs look. I also find it similar when they have the canals in the city and how the trees look. So the game dude is technically right about this.
But what the game dude doesn't even know is that the maps are shaped differently. In other words, the canal systems go at different angles, and the buildings, yes, they are the same shape, but they're put in different places.
And you know why? Because both Delfino and Soliana are based off of Italy.
When they're based off the same country, of course there are going to be similarities. So, Chief, you are right about Soliana not being a ripoff of Delfino Plaza. But the game dude, to a certain extent, is right too in noting these similarities.
Similarities, yes, but everything else might be different. I know this because when it comes to certain video games, and I thank Rooster Teeth, I'll leave a link to the channel in the description, I thank Rooster Teeth for pointing this out in one of their videos. If you ever heard of a certain place in New York City that kind of behaves like Las Vegas at night, I forget its name. When you look at it from a map's perspective, it's all like, seems like 2 arrows pointing together, that one. Anyways, if you play the game Spider-Man 2 and see on your map and you see 2 arrows pointing together, that's the place I'm talking about. That place has been used in several different video games before, but I just can't even count how many there are. So yeah, there are some places around the world that are based in video games, but some will have different designs, different themes, or even different shapes than any other video game has.
Oh, and look, even the portals preview the levels.
First off, that's a good thing because you know where to go. Second off, well, Chief Shadow will explain the rest.
Was there even any point in that meta?
That gimmick has been used in several other games before Mario Sunshine. Ugh. Spyro and Crash Bandicoot has done the exact same thing, and they were before Mario Sunshine came out for the GameCube.
Even worse, it annoyingly serves as a constant interruption between the levels, which aren't as bad as this, but that's not saying much.
Okay, I absolutely have no idea what you're trying to say right there.
Anyway, couldn't I at least play the damn levels consecutively, the way all levels should be played?
Well, it makes the game a little bit shorter. And besides, all games allows you to free roam around the city.
The only exception is having to return to the Mushroom Kingdom, because it's magic.
This just proves to me that you are a fucking Mario fanboy. You're saying that all the games must be played consecutively, except for Mario 64, which allows you to return to the Mushroom Kingdom. Unfucking believable.
This guy is unfucking believable.
But this is a hideous pile of fucking shit.
I actually think it looks beautiful. Then again, both it and Delfino Plaza are based off of Italy, like Supersonic 407 just said like a minute ago. And like, I currently am playing Super Mario Sunshine, which Delfino Plaza is the main location there.
And having to return to is the biggest waste of time.
Okay, you need to explain a little bit more on why Soliana sucks. Okay, all I'm getting is you just hating on it. You need them to go more in depth. Elaborate, motherfucker.
Okay, I'll agree with you on that one. He should definitely elaborate.
Just because you're doing a commentary on a commentary doesn't exclude the original video that the person you're going to be doing a commentary on. That doesn't even make any sense. But seriously, just because you're doing a commentary on a commentary doesn't exclude the original video creator from the equation. If you had a problem with it, you could have brought it up.
I agree with you, but let's hear what Chief Shadow said again.
Okay, you need to explain a little bit more on why Soliana sucks. Okay, all I'm getting is you just hating on it.
If you listen closely, Chief Shadow told Game Dude to explain why Soliana is a terrible place. So that's why Supersonic 407 and Roshatsu didn't commentate on Game Dude there.
Mind if I listen to what Wave said again?
Just because you're doing a commentary on a commentary doesn't exclude the original video that the person you're going to be doing a commentary on. That doesn't even make any sense. But seriously, just because you're doing a commentary on a commentary doesn't exclude the original video creator from the equation. If you had a problem with it, you could have brought it up.
Well, Meta, it seems like you didn't pay attention. Again. What Wave was inclining was that since they agreed with him on that point, there was no need for them to say anything at that point.
Granted, they could have also commentated on Game Dude in other parts of the commentary.
Why didn't you exactly? That's just weird.
But you're sounding like you're stressing out over this. Calm down a little, will ya?
Towns and cities need to dazzle with that sonic atmosphere. The directions are stupefyingly, moronically idiotic.
How does that make any possible sense?
It makes perfect sense. It's stupid.
It makes jack crap sense. Whatever comes out of Game Dude's mouth makes jack crap sense.
Sonic, can you hear me?
Unfortunately,
Knuckles wants to see you.
of my blue ass.
Oh, that's just a great image to get in my head. Ugh. You're trying to be funny, but you're not. You're trying to rip off the angry video game nerd, and you succeeded, but in a very bad way.
Wouldn't it be easier to say, you're ripping off the angry video game nerd, but you failed at it? Succeeding badly is the same as failing.
But wait a minute. If they both have the same meaning, then why are you complaining about it? Number 2.
Head to the town's warehouse.
Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know where the town's warehouse is? The town is too big, everything looks exactly the same, and the map is useless because the only thing it pinpoints is your location.
Not exactly. If you look closely at those yellow dots, those represent the people that you can talk to and maybe do town missions. So no, the map is not entirely useless. It wouldn't hurt to explore around the city, now would it?
Yes, there are yellow dots on the map. But that's not what the game dude is asking.
Why even bother bringing up the yellow dots in the first place?
Oh, okay, simple. You see, when it comes to Sonic games, you're gonna have a certain amount of people you're gonna interact with no matter what. And in this Sonic games, you're pretty much going to be interacting with everyone in Soliana so that you can do missions, get upgrades and power-ups, and obviously they can give you directions. Like, for example, it could give you a waypoint or something like that. Simple as that.
If you really want to refute him, then answer with something relevant to finding where you need to go on the map, not the people you can talk to.
So let's face it, you're always going to be lost, and believe me, I'd rather be lost at the worst place of Antarctica.
Okay, what's with the penguins? Okay, we get it. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to skip this part because of the fact that it's just another pointless moment.
Oh goody! We get to start another tally!
Hooray! We're gonna start yet another pointless tally on something that has been done to death in nearly a whole lot of videos before Chief Shadows. Wow. A tally on something that stupid? Even if it was done as a joke, the guy might not have known that a nostalgia critic has done that joke. On second thought, scratch that. If a guy decides to say that it was a pointless moment and use it as a joke, yes, a nostalgia critic has done his own, but let's say somebody did not know that a nostalgia critic does his own and uses a pointless moment thing as a joke of his own. Does that count as a nostalgia critic tally? I don't think so.
Now, the humans are monstrosities, don't belong in the Sonic universe, and need to be massacred immediately.
God, why is it that people don't complain about the humans in Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and Shadow the Hedgehog, and yet they complain about the humans appearing in Sonic 06? This makes no sense whatsoever.
Why don't people complain about the townspeople in the Sonic Adventure games or Shadow the Hedgehog? Simple. You weren't forced to interact with them. Oh yes, you could talk to them, but for the most part, that was all you did with them. They were part of the scenery and could easily be overlooked. That's why nobody complained about them then.
But in Sonic 06, now you have to talk to them to get missions in order to progress through the game. And if you felt that Sega did a crappy job with them in the game, then you're not going to have fun interacting with them at all.
That still sounds retarded. They were just submissions, things that you could do outside of the actual levels. Those things could be easily ignored, and if my experience was correct on me, some of them are even optional.
They're absolutely retarded.
Maybe they didn't have the budget to try to hire other voice actors to do the townspeople. And besides, it wouldn't kill you to fucking read the subtitles.
Yeah, but reading the subtitles won't stop the humans from making those ridiculous noises.
That's what the mute button is for.
And clones are everywhere, silently expressing how shitty this game is.
This one is just plain fucking stupid.
Couldn't have said it better myself, George Carlin. There could be more than just that. They could explain on how shitty this review is.
Everyone knows you can't have a Sonic game without an accordion player.
Okay, you said in an earlier point that the humans need to be massacred immediately, and yet you're just going out and say that every Sonic game needs an accordion player?
Why are you taking everything he's saying so literally?
And why the fuck are you defending a guy that we are supposed to hate?